Caitlin Clark's fever is still running high as things only seem to get better and better for her. First, the WNBA rookie sensation was not only chosen an All-Star, but she garnered the most votes of any player. Next to that, she also got nominated for 3 ESPY awards. And for the first time, she has talked about the prospect of linking up with Angel Reese in the same team. The rookie is literally setting the WNBA on fire right now, and has talked about the prospect of teaming up with some of her biggest rivals for the All-Stars game. Clark was the only player to receive 700,000 votes, by 735, while her Indiana Fever colleague Aaliyah Boston came in second with 618,680. Las Vegas Aces standout A'ja Wilson, who garnered the most votes in the first round, finished third with 607,300. Clark was averaging 16 points and 7.1 assists per game, the highest among rookies. She is third among all players in assists per game and 16th in points per contest. Clark will partner up with her old opponent Angel Reese, who recently set the league record for the most straight games with a double-double, 10. Reese leads the WNBA in rebounds per game, 11.8, and is one of just 4 players averaging a double-double this season. Although Clark recently dismissed any talk of a rivalry between the two, their matches are must-sees. It all started with the 2023 National Championship, when Reese, then of LSU, slapped Clark, an Iowa Hawkeye at the time, with a "you can't see me" remark while pointing at her ring finger. Clark and Iowa gained their vengeance during the March Madness tournament, and Clark leads 2-1 versus Reese in their WNBA careers. Now, the two will share a locker room, a bench, and potentially even the court. Their past 2 games were the most viewed WNBA games in more than 20 years. Clark and Reese were the only 2 rookies named All-Stars. They will face the United States Olympic squad, which Clark was cut out of in a contentious decision. The Fever got off to a rough start, losing 10 of their first 13 games, but then won 4 consecutive before dropping 2 of the following 3. As of now, they are 8-13 for the season. Clark has found a rhythm after scoring only 7 points on 3 for 11 shooting on June 13th. He has scored double digits in 6 straight games, a season best. She has also had 3 double-doubles in that time, and she has come dangerously close to a triple-double in a few of them. She has dropped 30 points twice this season, and has scored 20 or more in 7 games. Of course, the talk around Clark has gone much beyond what she performs on the court. Her incredible popularity has resulted in record ratings and attendance, leading to conjecture that her WNBA contemporaries are envious of her. Wilson even suggested that Clark's whiteness contributed to her appeal, and there have been additional slights directed at her, both directly and indirectly. Last week, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert dismissed the notion that she was targeted, stating that it seems that way owing to her celebrity and that her treatment on the court is the same as everyone else. But, for the first time in their careers, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will be colleagues. And this has been one of the spotlights for the All-Stars team this year. Clark, however, has denied that there is a competition between the two. But make no mistake, the two's drama over the previous 15 months tells a narrative. Clark is aware of this as well, but she believes there are more pressing issues to address. "I don't think I've ever been her teammate before, even with USA Basketball or anything like that," Clark said Tuesday night. "I know people are going to be really excited about it, but I hope it doesn't take away from everybody else. This is a huge accomplishment for everybody on Team USA and everybody on Team WNBA. They all deserve the same praise. I don't want it to take away from any of that and just be the focal point of All-Star Weekend because that's not fair to them. And obviously this is something that's really hard to accomplish. The best we can celebrate all of them will be great, and I'm just obviously going to soak in the experience because you never know if you're ever going to be able to get back there. It'll be fun for all of us, for sure." Clark leads all WNBA rookies with an average of 16 points and 7.1 assists per game, and she is third in the league in assists. Reese just established the league record for most straight double-doubles, 10. Reese leads the WNBA in rebounds per game, 11.8, and is one of just 4 players averaging a double-double this season. Clark and Reese were the only rookies selected as All-Stars. They will face the U.S. Olympic team. Clark was left off the Olympic squad, resulting in heated criticism. Criticism or not, hot feet or not, Caitlin Clark is the talk of the WNBA at the moment, and for her most recent game, she once again drew supporters to the seats in record numbers. Despite her Indiana Fever losing their 4th game in a row and her scoring only 13 points, albeit she did dish out 11 assists, almost 20,000 fans jammed the T-Mobile Center in Las Vegas to witness her face the defending WNBA champs. It was the largest audience in Aces franchise history, as well as the arena's largest ever, with 20,366 people passing through the doors. However, Clark's success has sparked some heated disputes. Back in May, Aces standout and back-to-back WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson stated Clark's whiteness was a huge thing in her appeal. However, Clark claims that the energy in the WNBA has evolved from gossip and headlines to admiration for the game. "It's a good vibe, it's a good feel. People are just coming to see the product on the floor. It got a little too gossipy in the beginning, but then it started to fizzle out because people are starting to realize we're really good at what we do. We're elite at what we do. I love the energy now," Wilson said on Tuesday to the ESPN broadcast after she dropped 28 points and 9 rebounds. The two exchanged hugs and smiles following the Aces' 88-69 victory. "People are seeing good hoops, and that's what it's about. We come out here, we work hard, we play basketball at a very high level, and people are believing in it, they're trusting in it, and investing in it. And that's the energy we're feeling right now," Wilson continued. Wilson's racism remarks are only the tip of the iceberg. There have been several slights pointed at Clark, both directly and indirectly. Clark has become a controversial character for reasons other than her abilities, such as opponents playing harder, and maybe worse, cheering her poor performances on the court, and social media remarks. Caitlin Clark herself seems to be unbothered by it, which could be seen during the game. The game on Tuesday night that produced the WNBA's greatest attendance in nearly 3 decades shows a trend that continues to mirror the rising popularity of this year's #1 overall pick, Caitlin Clark. The game drew the WNBA's greatest regular season crowd since 1999, as well as the 5th largest in league history. "It was probably one of the best we've had from an energy standpoint, even during warm-ups," Clark said after the game. "The amount of people here just watching warm-ups, that's when I can kind of get a gauge on how good the crowd is or how excited they are about the game. Obviously, they're always excited, but tonight it just felt very different. There was just mobs of people watching us warm up and stuff. I think it was 20,000. That's a lot of people," Clark added. "It's great, it's super cool to be a part of. And I hope everybody enjoyed it, and also everybody saw how good the Aces are. That was really good for them too, and obviously their fans show up and are incredible themselves." The Fever are accustomed to sellout crowds and record viewership, but the WNBA has experienced an unparalleled surge in popularity since Clark joined the league. May was the highest attended opening month in 26 years, as well as the most watched season opener across all major networks. The Aces, who are defending back-to-back championships, also became the first team to sell out every home game, including a September matchup against the Chicago Sky in T-Mobile Arena. What's happening now in women's basketball is confirmation of what we've always known. The demand is there, and women's sports is a valuable investment, Chief Growth Officer Coley Edison said in a statement last month. "We're encouraged by growing engagement across all our verticals, especially as we welcome new and diverse audiences into our fandom. The WNBA continues to experience sustained growth as our league embraces this heightened momentum." What are your expectations for the All-Stars game? Will Caitlin Clark shine in it? And what about the ESPI Awards? Will she win all 3 categories she's nominated for? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.